Humbly waino, humbly waino, humbly.
Every time I come here, I reflect on what used to be. And it's hard not to be sad about the loss that we've suffered not being able to catch the fish here. And thank our Creator for everything that He's provided for us, and pray for the return of these fish, and do it in a good way. And then celebrate. That's a part of this. Celebrate. And it is hard to celebrate, knowing the loss that we've suffered. But I want to encourage people to celebrate. At least celebrate with the understanding and the faith that we'll have our fish once again. I remember these banks were lined with our people catching the fish, preparing them, cooking them on the fire, eating them.
Our people lived on this land. The Creator had placed us here. He had placed the animals on this land. He created all this beauty around us, the trees, the rivers, the sky, the birds. He had blessed us in such a good way. We've always lived here on this land. This is our home. It's always been our home. But as we started living here, this was long ago, it had changed. A famine had come across this land. Our plants weren't producing our foods. Our berries weren't ripening. They weren't coming. Our plums, our roots, our wokas, all of these foods that we've always depended on, that the Creator blessed us with, we were losing them. We had little, and our people were suffering. We were starving, and people were starting to die. We knew we needed something to happen. And there's a place not far from here. It's called Chiloquin. It's along the Klamath Lake. There was a village there. And people had gathered at that site. And we had talked amongst ourselves, what can we do? What can we do to save our people? We need to ask the Creator to pity us, to help us. Word got sent out to all of our villages across the lake, the Gambatkani people, the Plaikani people, Eoxkani, Motdakani. People gathered at Chiloquin, and we talked. We asked our holy men, our medicine people, to help us, to do something that would save our peoples. And if matters weren't worse, besides the famine that had come across this land, people were being savaged by this beast, this snake, that had come upon this land, this evil. The snake was a big, snake-like creature, like a gigantic rattlesnake. And the snake was coming around, and it was coming around to the villages, and it was devouring the animals. It was devouring everything it could come across, including people. People were scared. But at that place, our holy men, we prayed. They started singing our songs. They started praying to Kamokums, asking Kamokums to have pity on us, to help us. Chiloquin is a long ridge along the lake, the east side of Klamath Lake. When you travel Highway 97 today, you drive along Nelox. Our people, we prayed, and the Creator was sitting up on top of that ridge, and He was listening to our people. He listened to our cries. He listened to our prayers. He listened to our songs. And the Creator decided to have pity on us. He decided it was time to intervene and do something to help us. And as He stood up there on top of that ridge, that snake come crawling along that ridge, looking down at the people gathered below. And the Creator reached down and He pulled out His flint knife. And He grabbed that snake and He slew it. He killed that snake. And He took His knife and He cut it up into small pieces. And He cut it up and cut it up. And as He held those pieces, He flung them out into the lake. In each place where a piece of that snake hit, it turned into a WAAM. The Creator said to us, "This is my gift to you. This is my gift so that you can have life." He told us that this fish will be the first fish that will travel up our streams in the early spring. Here in this land, we look around and we see the snow. Much like long ago, we'd have lots of snow, deep snows. Winters would be long. But we always knew that if we could make it to the springtime, then we'd be gifted with another year to walk this earth. The Creator told us this fish will be the first fish to travel up these rivers and spawn. If you make it through that winter, you come out here and you can have this gift. But you must do one thing. One thing. You must always remember to give thanks for this fish. That was a law that the Creator had passed on to our people, Mukluks. He told us that we needed to give thanks. He instructed us what to do.